So today let's have a look at recreating another VFX piece from Mario 3D World. Here you can see we've got this simple sort of boundary shape, and I figured this will be a good one for us, to sort of practice and look at, and should actually be fairly straightforward, a nice sort of simple piece of VFX. So let's create it. I'm going to start by creating a cube in Blender. So it's just going to be a standard cube, which by then going to UV, I'm just going to flatten out those UVs. So it's cube projection, so it'd be the same face on all of them. We don't need a top or a bottom face either for this, so we can get rid of those. And then the next thing to do would be just to chamfer those edges. And we can do that as well by going to bevel. And then I just set those up, so that looks nice. Roughly, you don't want to go too many, like 4 will be fine. And then overall we can set the scale of the object as well, and then export it, really. That should be sort of good enough as a basic shape like that. That should be fine. Once we've got that, we're ready to jump into Photoshop and create our canvas. So I'm just going to create a nice simple 1024 by 1024 canvas, and I'm just going to fill it black, give it a black backdrop. On top of that, I'm going to get a brush, and this is just a simple circle brush, which we're going to need 4 lines. Now roughly you want to sort of do these evenly spaced apart. You know what, so let's just get a cube real quick. I'm just going to get a shape, a rectangle, and what's 256? We should have done this grey will be fine. Oops, and I only did it one size. It wants to be 256 by 256, 256 by 256. I will set it grey again. So I'm just going to use this as my gap for measuring the distance between really how far 4 lines should be apart. So I'm just going to get my brush now and just going to paint. I'm going to paint a white line in there and move my cube, put that back here, get my brush again, go to my other layer. And then I'm going to realize that that's actually only done 3. So let's just get this whole layer 2 and we'll move it up. We'll move both at the same time. Move it up to about here. Get my cube, move that back down again. And there we go. We've got 4 evenly spaced lines. So I'm just holding shift as well as I create those. I can get rid of my cube now. Don't need that. And then I'm going to go into my blend options by right clicking my layer and adding a glow, an outer glow. So I drew a black one with that. I'm going to have to redo that one in a sec. But sort of play with this, tweak it. You want a nice sort of roughly soft glowish like that. I'm just going to really, quickly erase you. Why is my flow so low? There we go. Get a white brush again, and let's just repaint you back in. There we go. So once we've got that, the next part of the effect was it had a couple of triangles in there. So I'm just going to go to custom shape and get myself a triangle. And from here you can add a couple of these sort of sparingly. So put them in like the right place. And loosely give or take something along these lines. I'm not going to worry too much about accuracy with this. And I'm just going to grab you, merge my shapes, right click it again, rasterize the layer, and then I'm going to get an eraser and make it quite low flow, and just sort of soften out some of those edges. Because again, if you look at the effect, the triangle, it's not It's not like a hard triangle, it's quite sort of softly cut in. And then do the same as well for these ones. So again, right now I'm not worried too much about accuracy, I just want to try and do this for speed for the sake of demonstration and soften it out. So export your cube as an FBX. You can export this as well as like a JPEG or a PNG. Shouldn't matter too much because it's a black background, so we can save file saved as this. So I've now brought both of these into Unreal, and we've got this texture here, and we've got this shape. So let's quickly create the material for this by just right clicking and create material, and we'll open that up. So let's open that and set it up. It's going to need a simple panner, and this is what's going to make it go up. We want to give it quite a small number. I'm just going to say 0.06 and see how that goes. And as well as that, we're going to want to give it a small blue glow. So I'm going to hold M to create a multiplier and 3 to create a vector 3 color, which we can then wire up. After that, we're going to want another multiplier to give it a bit of glow, which we'll wire into a emissive and give it, say, just like a value of 4. Detach you from there. We want it to be a two-sided material, so make sure you've got nothing selected and click two-sided. And then finally, well, not finally, we want to set it to additive, so the black in the image will disappear. And then it sort of fades out towards the top as well, so we're just going to use a linear gradient for that. And by using just the V, that should sort of give it a softer fade out towards the top. So let's hit save. Okay, that's now saved. Actually, that's looking really cool on the sphere. And let's go to our level, drag in our box, drag and drop our material onto it, and we'll scale it up a bunch. Oops. You know what, let's just go, I don't know, 3, 3, 3. No, probably 2 on that. Maybe don't need as much height actually. There we go. Loosely going to put this sort of in place like that. It will be okay. I'm going to quickly need to fix the collision on it, so I'm just going to set it to either complex or no collision. Complex is simple, and let's have a little look. See, there you go. We have recreated this effect. The bars are probably a bit thicker than the line's probably a bit thicker than we wanted them to be. But yeah, it's quite nice. There you go. That is us recreating the... Ooh, you know what we could do to make it a bit thinner? Just increase the UV on it. But in fact, yeah, let's quickly do it. Let's very quickly do it. That is us recreating that Mario effect. So it's a really cool game. You should definitely check it out. I'm going to leave a link to purchase it in the bottom if you're interested, which, you know, why wouldn't you be? So should we go 4 on that? And that's just going to give us more tiling on the bottom. And yeah, hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.